Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about ecosystems. An ecosystem is a community of living things along with all the non-living things in an area where they live. An example of an ecosystem could be a jungle, a woodland, or even something as small as a pond. In fact, the example that we're going to look at today is of a pond. So here's just the layer of the water at the top of the pond. Now, the first term that we're going to learn is the term individual. Because what we're doing is we're learning the different layers of an ecosystem. Now, an individual in an ecosystem is a single organism, such as this little fish here. So an organism is the scientific term for a living thing. So as you can see, there's just one particular organism here, one fish. So that is the very most basic level of the ecosystem, the individual. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at the next level of the ecosystem, which is called a population. Now, a population is the total number of one particular species within an ecosystem. So as you can see, these fish are all the same species right here. A species, all that it means is a group of similar organisms that are similar enough in order to be able to reproduce, to have fertile offspring. So as you can see, this population is just made of one particular species. So that's the next layer of this ecosystem. So if we have a look at the next level is a community. Now, what a community is a community is made of a few different species of organisms. So organisms of a different species were living within this habitat. A habitat is just a place to live. So let's say we've got a different species of fish. And remember as well, an organism is a living thing. Organism is a living thing, but it's not just animals. It could also be plants. So let's have a look at this. If I just do these reeds here. So as you can see, a community is all of the organisms, all of the living things within a particular habitat. This is consisting of both animals and plants. So now we're just going to have a look at the final level of an ecosystem, which is the whole ecosystem itself. The complete ecosystem is all the living things and the non-living things. So if I was to just draw a few rocks here, because this is the non-living parts of the ecosystem as well. Maybe we've just got some of the ground here. The water itself, the light, the whole thing all together, everything combined is the entire ecosystem. In this particular context, the ecosystem is the pond. So just to recap, an individual organism is just a single living thing. A population is made up of one particular species. It's the total number of one particular species. A community is all of the different living things, so all of the different organisms within this habitat. And finally, the ecosystem is all the living things and the non-living things combined. And that is the introduction to the ecosystems. Thank you.